Zero, a survey went out by Crystal Dynamics and Embracer Group, I believe a couple of months ago. The survey was about the Soul Reaver franchise. It was either about the Soul Reaver franchise or about what franchises that Embracer should bring back from the studios that they've purchased. And according to the head of Crystal Dynamics, they've made it clear that they've heard the 100,000 plus survey responses that they hear loud and clear that they want Soul Reaver or Legacy of Kain to return in some form in the near future. I guess the question is, Zero, what are your thoughts of Crystal Dynamics announcing that they might do something with their Soul Reaver or their Legacy of Kain franchise?
As long as it's not a PvP thing, kind of like their last game that they did in the Soul Reaver universe. Yeah, I think it has some potential to be kind of fun. I know a lot of people quite liked Soul Reaver 1 and 2, so would be great to kind of see something in that lineage. But yeah, just overall, kind of neat to see. Embracer has generally been pretty good about giving their studios freedom as long as the studio's project actually performs financially well. But we'll touch on that in the next story. But yeah, generally, giving the fans what they want can pay off in dividends if the financials are all there and if the sales are there. But yeah, just ultimately, it'll depend on just a whole bunch of factors. But yeah, if the gamers don't put their money where their mouth is and buy up copies of whatever this single player Legacy of Kain thing or Soul Reaver thing that may hypothetically drop out, then ultimately that'll be on the gamers. But if the game shows up in a sorry state too, that could be another issue. So yeah, just all I can say is hopefully Crystal Dynamics has a great project in mind, and they are not going to be skimping on the quality. And as long as that makes the game good, then the next step is going to be for the gamers to put their money where their mouth is and go buy copies of this thing and make sure that Crystal Dynamics and Embracer know full well that a good Soul Reaver or Legacy of Kain game does sell.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the last Legacy of Kain game Defiance? I thought that was a co-op game, not a PvP game.
No, it was something else. Defiance was the sci-fi TV show game.
No, there was a Legacy of Kain game called I'm fairly sure that was called Defiance. I know what you're talking about. That was a multimedia game that they made that was also a TV show and a yeah, Legacy of Kain Defiance. It's
No, I was thinking Nothgoth.
Nothgoth. What's that?
Nosgoth. It's in the Legacy of Kain universe, but Nosgoth was a free to play sort of a thing. But it was a third person shooter where you had like multiple factions of characters who part of different vampire clans, and then you also had like a faction of humans as well too. So, but yeah, it was not received well.
Oh, it's canceled.
Yeah.
The developer was Psionics. Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, it was canceled, and the servers were shut down and everything. But
so it was released at some. Okay.
yeah,
I didn't know about
it. Was released in open beta, was what it was. But just that was the last game in the Legacy of Kain universe, and yeah, just it was not good.
Yeah. I think Embracer and Crystal Dynamics are going to do this pretty intelligently. And we've talked about this when they bought Crystal Dynamics, I think, in the beginning of the year. What they're essentially going to do is they're going to re-release Soul Reaver 1 and 2 in a package. Either they're going to remaster it or just release it to current consoles. And then gauge whether there is an appetite there. Because, yeah, the survey will tell them that people are interested, but the question is, are they going to put their money where their mouth is? Because it is free to do a survey and to fill it out. it is not free to pay for it. And if they will pay for it, then you can see how much you can gauge into a new game. So I think what's going to happen is in the next 2 years, you're going to either hear the announcement of a development on the remasters, or that they're going to release the remasters at some point, just to gauge exactly how popular these games are and what kind of craving there is for them. And then if that sells well, then you will see a new game. I don't see Crystal Dynamics making the new game right this minute, especially since they are doing support work on Perfect Dark right now. It's Perfect Dark, right?
Yes,
Yes.
they are doing support work on that.
Yeah.
I think on top of working with Coalition, the new Gears of War team, the whole Perfect Dark reboot is a gremlin on its own right.
Right. I foresee that the first thing that they are going to announce or release or do anything with is just to basically, it's basically re-release the old games, because it's been a long time since they've been out. So they'll re-release those, they'll gauge where the sales are from there, and then go from there at that point.
I agree with you that it's probably going to be a remaster project. Just either Soul Reaver 1 and 2, or maybe a complete anthology collection of everything in the series, and they will watch the sales on it, and if players put their money where their mouth is and buy millions and millions of copies, then that will give Crystal Dynamics the all clear from Embracer to just go ahead and make a brand new game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely not feeling the vibe that they're going to be doing something sudden, magical, and ambitious. Like, hey, we're going to make a brand new game in the main line of the story. I just personally don't see that happening right now.
Thank you for listening to this podcast segment. The Capital Games podcast is done every week, and we post it on all your favorite podcast apps, as well as segments on YouTube. If you want to listen to another segment, you can listen to a new one right there on the screen. We also do a movie podcast called the Capital Games Movie Club. If you'd like, you can go ahead and click on that and see all the movies that we have reviewed from that point. Thank you for listening, and we hope to hear from you soon.